Hey guys, what's up? Today is Friday, April the 7th. We got 11 games on tonight's schedule. We're going to get to those games, guys, and I got a few picks for you. But before we get started, I'm going to talk about what's been going on in the league in general the last week, 10 days or so, and what we can expect in this final couple days of the regular season. As many of you may have noticed, for example, yesterday, the game Orlando at Cleveland, the corruption, guys, is off the charts. And you have to be prepared for this, especially in these last couple of days. Don't expect too many logical explanations or analysis that can give you some kind of a real edge in these last couple of days. For example, you guys saw what happened yesterday in the game Orlando-Cleveland. Cleveland early on reported that they were going to be resting their 6 top guys. The line, of course, Orlando was favored by 7.5. To open, and by game time, Orlando was favored by 10. But an hour before the game started, Orlando pulled their starters, and you all saw what happened. Cleveland ended up winning that game straight up. Now, logic says that with that news that we had for the majority of the day, I guaranteed the bets were coming in on Orlando. Of course, Orlando looked like they were going to be at full strength. The game looked like it was going to be a breeze for the Magic. I'm sure that the bookmakers got a lot of money line bets also for Orlando, handicap bets. Obviously, I had a small bet on Orlando with the minus 7.5. Fortunately, guys, I always wait until game time to put my bets in. I saw that Orlando pulled their starters. I held off from that second half of my bet, and we all saw what happened. Cleveland ended up winning that game straight up. So, guys, that's just an example of what's been going on. You guys, my advice to you is to lay very low these last couple of days of the regular season. Or the other thing you can do, and what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be going dog hunting, guys. This is the best time of the season to put a little bit of risk on and look for some big value, some big odds with some of these live dogs. We won't be going blindly, obviously. I am going to be playing a few dogs tonight. I will explain my reasoning behind these plays. Now I know it's going to be a little risky. Some of you guys that like these kind of plays might find my analysis interesting tonight. And with that being said, guys, let's talk about these games. I'm gonna briefly touch upon all these games. I'm not gonna do a full report like I usually do. I'm gonna keep this video a little shorter than usual. So let's get right into it, guys. All right, guys. First game of the night, we got Detroit at Indiana. Indiana is a 7-point home favorite. One of the meaningless games of the night. Indiana and Detroit both eliminated. Obviously, Detroit has actually secured the worst record in the league. They're gonna have the most ping pong balls in the draft lottery. This actually, guys, to me looks like a candidate for a surprise result over here. I'm actually looking at this game for a play on the Pistons here. Don't ask and don't wait for any serious analysis in this game. This is a meaningless ball game, can easily be manipulated. I'm going to be looking for a play here with Detroit. The next game, Houston at Charlotte. No real interest in this game. Another meaningless ball game. Houston, the reason they're favorites is because they're playing all their guys. From the looks of it, as of now, they're going to be playing everyone. Charlotte, we know for the past 10 days or so, has been playing with their subs. No interest for me in this ball game, though the line is too short. Next game, Miami and Washington. This is actually an interesting matchup over here. Miami, if you look at the standings, they're just a game behind Brooklyn. And it looks like they still have hopes to move up to the 6th spot. But in reality, guys, the chances are slim to none if you take in consideration that Brooklyn is also in action tonight playing against the Orlando Magic. Brooklyn is at home at full strength. Orlando is going to be heading into that game without their starters. Orlando, guys, you saw what happened to them yesterday when they pulled all their starters and played with their subs. Even worse for Orlando, they're going to be in the second night of a back-to-back. Brooklyn is, if they win this game tonight, the 6th seed is locked up, because even if they lose the last game and Miami wins the remaining 2, they have the tiebreaker. So Brooklyn pretty much just, if they win this game tonight, it's over. They'll get the 6th spot. Miami for sure knows this, and I think they will be preparing for the play-in tournament. The reason for this line being extremely low, in my opinion, the minus 6.5, guys, is very low if you take into consideration that the Wizards are playing without any starters and Miami is supposedly in a must-win situation. This is a game that I will definitely be putting some money on over here with the Wizards and the money line. This is going to be one of my plays for tonight. The next game, Orlando at Brooklyn. We just touched upon this game while talking about Miami, Washington. Brooklyn should win this game. Will they cover the spread? I don't know. I'm not going to be involved in that. Next game, Philadelphia and Atlanta. Atlanta needs this ball game. Of course, they are a game ahead of Toronto with just 2 games left. Philly's going to be going in there without Embiid. Who knows who else? As of now, it looks like Embiid is going to be the player missing. Maxey and Melton are listed as questionable. Who knows, closer towards game time for this line to be looking like this, some more players might be out. But Atlanta does need this game to secure this, the top spot, the 8th seed in the play-in tournament. Next game, Toronto at Boston. It is currently Boston favored by 1.5. So far on the injury report, guys, looking at the Celtics, it looks like Jason Tatum is going to play tonight. I don't see Jaylen Brown on the injury report. There are some other players listed as questionable, like Derek White, Malcolm Brogdon, Marcus Smart. We know the Celtics in these last few meaningless games of the season, they're going to be rotating some players in now to keep them fresh for the playoffs. This is a must-win game for Toronto. In my opinion here, guys, if Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are both playing and this line is so short, something is kind of going on over here. These two teams played against each other just a couple of nights ago. Boston won that game. In this matchup tonight, I kind of like the Raptors here. I'm going to be looking at a play with the Raptors in this game. Next game, Memphis at Milwaukee. Memphis favored by 7.5 on the road. The reason being Milwaukee is playing nobody, guys. Chris Middleton, Lopez, Holiday, Connaughton, Giannis, all out for the Bucks. As of now, for Memphis, we see everyone of their starters playing. John Morant sat out the last one. He's listed as probable for tonight. Kennard also missed our last game. He's going to be playing tonight also. Doesn't look like they're going to be resting anybody. As of now, we might get surprises last minute if they see that the Bucks players, the Bucks are going to be resting all their guys. You never know. Last minute, they might sit a bunch of players. No interest for me in this ball game. I won't take Memphis with this minus 7.5 on the road. No way. Next game, New York at New Orleans. Another interesting ball game over here. The Pelicans, we all know, need this win, this game. The reason for this line being so high, -8. Of course, also the Knicks are playing without their 3 best players. In their last game, they were playing without R.J. Barrett, Brunson, and Randall. Brunson and Randall are not going to play tonight. Barrett is listed as questionable. He might be coming back. The Pelicans, same lineup as the last game. 8-point favorites at home. A little high, guys. If you look at what the Knicks did against the Pacers, they look pretty sharp with their subs. I kind of like them. They play hard. I think this line is a little overinflated. I do expect the Pelicans to win this game. I'm going to be looking at the +8, though, for the Knicks in this ball game. Next game, Chicago at Dallas. Dallas, we know, must-win situation, even though things are looking very tough for the Mavs. After Oklahoma City's win yesterday in Utah, OKC needs one more win. If they win their last game at home against the Grizzlies, they'll wrap up the 10th spot. But Dallas is playing it out. They're going to be playing all their guys. They should get this W. Can any of you guys still lay 11 at home with the Mavs? I certainly cannot. I won't be involved in this game for sure. Chicago, guys, does have their top guys, DeRozan, Levine, Caruso, listed as questionable. They're pretty much not going to be moving from the 10th spot. They might want to give them some rest to get prepared for the play-in tournament. They are 2 games behind Toronto. They won't be catching them. The reason for this high 11-point line. I won't be involved in this game either. Next game, Golden State at Sacramento. Golden State, 9.5-point road favorites. Sacramento's going to be resting some guys in this game. From the looks of it, we got Keegan Murray, Monk, Mitchell, Lyles, Herter, Sabonis, Fox. All their top guys listed as questionable, most likely. Most of these guys are going to be sitting, if not all. Golden State is going to be going into this game full strength. They're going to need this W because they are in a fight to secure a top 6 spot. From the looks of it, they probably will. They do have a game lead over the Lakers. And in their last ball game, they have 2 games left in their last game. Let's see who they're playing against. I'm not quite sure. They got Portland. They're at Portland on the road. They're going to get 2 W's over there. It looks like their spot is secured, but they do need to play out these last couple of games. It looks like the Lakers are going to end up in the play-in tournament. And talking about the Lakers, this is going to be the last game of the night. Phoenix at LA. Lakers 10-point favorites at home. Phoenix, second night of a back-to-back. The reason for this very high line, it looks like Phoenix, as of now, their injury report looks clean, but expect towards game time for it to fill up. I seriously doubt that the coach is going to be playing Durant, Booker, Chris Paul. Most of these guys are going to be sitting, and we all know what the Phoenix Suns bench looks like. Lakers, in a must-win situation, even though, guys, the chances are slim to none that they move up, they're going to have to play in the play-in tournament. Home court advantage. We don't know their opponent yet, but the Lakers are going to have to go through the play-in tournament. So anyways, guys, just briefly touching up on all these games. My picks for tonight are going to be Washington on the money line, a live dog in my opinion. Miami, I think this line is a little short. I think they know that their fate is sealed. They're going to have to play in the play-in tournament. This is one of the games that I think looks very suspect. Detroit on the money line, why not? A meaningless ball game. A short line, I think the 7 points for Indiana will draw some interest for Indiana. We could have a surprise over there. Toronto with the plus 1.5. Toronto, I think, is going to get this game. Like I mentioned, Jaylen Brown and Tatum, both of them playing in the line being this short, is kind of telling us something here. And the Knicks with the plus 8. I love the Knicks subs. They're bench guys. They always play hard. Pelicans did look a little shaky in their last game against the Grizzlies. I expect them to win, but I think the Knicks could keep it within the number. These are my plays for tonight, guys. These 4 plays. I'm going to take all of them. Single plays, obviously. I might separate some of these and maybe go for a lotto play on a parlay. But this is what I'm going to be going with tonight. These 4 plays right here. And this is what I got for you guys tonight on this Friday, April the 7th, just a couple days before the end of the regular season. Like I mentioned, guys, at the beginning of the video, don't expect too much out of these last games. If anything, try to look for some value, guys. My experience over the years has shown me that during this time of the season, we do get a lot of surprise results and a lot of big dogs come through. If anything, hunt for some value, guys. Hunt for some value. That's the best advice I can give to you. Either that or completely stay away and wait for the playoffs. Like I said, you can't do any serious analysis about this games because you don't know how each team is going to be approaching all these last few games. And that's what I got for you guys tonight. Good luck on whatever you decide to bet, and if you decide to completely stay away, maybe even better. And that's what I got, guys. Good luck on whatever you decide to bet, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a good one, guys. Later.